Hello and welcome to what just might be a questionable episode of DWN Productions THC podcast, sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts here at BOYGOB.com and wherever the fuck else you listen to things like this. Sorry we're fucking late, but maybe we're pregnant. I don't know. Technical difficulties. Joe, how was your
Technical.
week?
They're very technical, these difficulties. I don't know a lot about computer shits or internet shits, but I know it's technical and it's difficult. The week was busy and it entailed a bit of driving because I went to Houston. You ever been to Houston, Tom?
I haven't, but I have been to Screwston many, many times.
Okay, Clutch City, I saw it said on a t shirt. I don't know what the fuck that means, but some people, I guess, call it that. I
That's
went
the
to
mascot for the Rockets, you see.
the Clutch.
Just clutch. I think it's a bear.
Okay, all right. Um, are there a lot of bears in the Houston area, or were
I
there?
mean, in certain sections of town,
Mm-hmm. Uh,
mostly the zoo.
okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, so went up there for the Christmas Horror Market pop up. Is what they're called, and it was put on by our good friends at the goddamn
Houston Horror Film
Film
Festival,
Fest.
aka the Houston Horrific Festival of Fright Films.
Yeah, so yeah, they put on these markets. They do them maybe every quarter or so. So this is their holiday one, Tom, Christmas themed. And as you said, we could have been more festive had we were wearing Santa hats like a lot of the other vendors were doing. But I guess we're just not a festive couple of guys. We did drink some holiday beer called Klaus. Uh,
Was that holiday?
yeah, right, because it's named after Klaus Main from the Scorpions, I think.
I was gonna
Uh,
go with Klaus Kinski myself, but
right,
that's
right.
okay.
So maybe it was Santa Claus. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's if you guys have ever been to a market or a pop up, it's just a bunch of assholes like us, so with tents or tables selling our wares. But Tom and I don't bring tents. I'll do it on occasion if it's going to be a hot, sunny day. To stay in the shade. It wasn't hot, and the sun peaked out. A couple of times. Also, last year when they did this, it was extremely windy, and and nothing more pitiful than a vendor or somebody trying to sell their shit chasing after their tent because the wind blows it away.
Yeah, I just figure with my luck and how everything goes for me, I'll be living in a tent soon enough. So I don't want to fucking,
Yeah.
just start out already.
So yeah, went and they brought in a good crowd, and I sold more than I was expecting to. Thankfully, because I needed the bread, Tom. I needed the money, little moolah. Still recovering from the repairs to my vehicle and all that shit. So it was greatly appreciated. All the people that came by and bought some shit. People that bought some overpriced V8 or DVDs.
Yeah, shout out to fucking the youngsters having this money they can just fucking waste on garbage. Both you and I got rid of a movie each that was they paid a bit much for it.
Right,
But
yeah.
I thank you for that.
you know, Less than they would have paid online for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but still, kind of high, right? But
I'm, but yeah, I'm just speaking for myself. If I'm selling something in person, it's not going to be fucking eBay prices because
right,
eBay's not getting their cut, and I'm figure we're doing it right here and shit. So
yeah.
I'll get you a good deal.
hmm So that's what we did. Some people took advantage of that, and we had what Tom said were the best street tacos he had ever had.
I'm Warren. I fucking that's the first time I've ever eaten off a truck because I don't do that shit. But man, it doesn't take much to fucking show people that you fucking appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
when people show you that you're appreciated, it's just like, damn, fucking thanks, man. So fucking Tony, he puts these shows on. He didn't have to, but he's just like, hey, did you guys eat yet? Oh no, we're just having a few beers. And then he gave us these cards for like free meals. And it was just like, well, shit, thanks, man. Like
Yeah.
I said, that was a fucking nice thing. And a lot of people, they say they appreciate you, but they don't actually show you that they appreciate you. So, man, I appreciate the fuck out of him. And I'm going to stop saying appreciate. But like I'm saying, that was real cool. And dude always looks out. So
Yeah.
thanks, man.
I thank Scott too for buying us around. We had a round of beers on him. So
For
thank you
sure.
for that.
Yes. Thank you.
Um,
Yes, yes. I usually just say Tony Scott and count him as one person.
hell of a filmmaker, those guys together.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a good time, and then we went afterwards to one of Tom's favorite restaurants, the Chicago Italian beef
It's
something.
called Chicago Italian Beef and Pizza, and in the last few years, they have definitely went downhill in quality and all that. And I think the last straw for me is when we went there and they came out with like these shoestring McDonald's fries, and I was just, man, fucking suck. It's over. It's a wrap.
They were worse than McDonald's fries. They were not good fries at all. But I don't know what the fries are like in Italy, so I can't, you know,
Or Chicago.
or
Good
Chicago.
old
Right.
Chicago, Italy. Usually it's crinkle cut, or they just take the whole potato and fucking put it in the thing and stick them straight into the fryer and shit.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the kind they used to have. Man, when she came out with that sad little boat of fucking limp dicks, I was just like, motherfucker. Ah, rest in empowerment. But I appreciate it. Thank you again for that, Joe. I didn't have to buy any food that day, which is always nice for a big fat guy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely drank more than I thought we would at this thing, but we had eats to help us out with that, which that was good. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not like we were getting all fucking liquored up and sloppy and shit. We had
right?
like what, maybe 4 beers a piece the fucking
Yeah.
7 hours we were there.
Hmm. And and then that was it. You know, packed it up and got back on the road this morning. And hey, shout out to my mechanic too for doing such a swell job on the vehicle. It was running great, got me there and back with no problems. Wish I could have got the heater fixed. Fucking cold drive both up there and back. Definitely back. Like today was cold. Um,
Luckily, you're full of hot air, so at
yeah,
least that helped you
back
out a
at it.
little
Yeah,
bit.
I thought, man, I should have just ate some chili this morning so I could
Mm.
just fart the whole way back and keep warm that way. But I didn't. I didn't.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. I would have loved to hear the story of how you fucking stunk up the car so bad you fucking puked all over the place. That would have been a good, entertaining 3 minutes.
So yeah, that was that, and now I'm back at it. Got
Mm.
a couple of days work. Had quite a few orders come in over the weekend, and sometimes it's fucking battery. Uh, sometimes when I do like a little thing like that, like if I run out of a size or something, people get on the site and order it. But these orders came from all over the place, so it had nothing to
Mm.
do with the show. So I guess I got
Like
some work to do.
Indonesia and shit.
Hmm.
Good.
Yeah, these little bots. They were just buying shirts left and right from the
Mm.
Philippines. Tom.
That's right. In Thailand, I think
Yeah.
that was the other one. All the lady boys watching the show. It's very nice of them to tune in.
Hmm. But yeah, that was it. I mean, I guess your week was sort of similar because I just explained your weekend too.
Yeah, that, and then working before, I'd say I'm about halfway through the Black Friday orders. I'm hoping to have them all finished up the first weekend of January. So it sucks because people keep hitting me up. It's like, hey man, can you do the nope? Hit me up in January. I got all these fucking orders to do. Like I could be a dickhead and be like, yeah, give me the money and shit, but
Yeah.
mm, I got these fucking people paid for these orders a month ago and they gotta get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I try and do the whole business thing very fair and reasonably.
Well, that's good of you, Tom.
Yeah.
And do you have heat in that new mass cave that you got?
I do not, but that's really just used for like production pouring and making molds and shit. So I
Hmm.
still do most of the work out of the old one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just would have been insane for me to still run like fucking 10 molds at a time in that little shop. And
Yeah,
I'm sure it took a few years off of my life already, but
I'm certain.
whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tom, in the course of,
Anyways,
I know you've watched a whole lot of shit, haven't you? A lot of stuff, as we say on YouTube, stuff.
I would say a slew because it is the first day of Hanukkah after all. Happy Hanukkah to all you slews out there. I hope it's
Mm-hmm.
a
Blaze it.
great fuck.
That menorah, that is. Not anything
Mm,
illicit.
light it up. Yeah, Joe, I did watch some stuff. I sure did. There was a trailer going around the internet last week for a
Baby oopsie.
movie. No.
No.
Old Tony sent me that, and I'm just like, sorry, dog. I don't do the
Tony, I
full
will
moon.
watch that. Yeah, once we're done our end of year stuff. So I'm gonna, because man, you watch the show, you comment and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. We'll talk about your baby oopsie.
I mean, if it wasn't full moon, I probably would. But
I know they've already made 3 of those fucking things, I think.
yeah, but I think they're only like 20 minutes long or something. Instead of releasing them as like one movie, I think they chopped it up or something.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Some old carny bullshit, full moon style.
Oh,
So yeah, a trailer was going around the internet last week for a movie called Mad Heidi. It's one of these pseudo exploitation movies that probably should have came out 10, 15 years ago or something when all those other ones were coming out. The trailer's fucking awesome. Unfortunately, the trailer has all the awesome shit in it, and the rest of the movie is just really cheesy, no pun intended, because like they set out to make a cheesy movie, and the movie's about cheese, and there's a bunch of cheese jokes, but none of the jokes are funny, and it's just kind of dull and not really, being an exploitation movie and making it an exploitation movie. It's just kind of tame and just kind of dad jokish shit, tame and
so
but
this is supposed
man,
to be like Heidi, like the Shirley Temple old movies, like a German little schoolgirl or some shit.
sort of kinda. She's I want to say in her early teens. Uh the government, like the president of Switzerland, that's where I think they were. He's trying to take control of the land's cheese, and he's played by old what's his name? Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers. So he's the president of Switzerland and trying to control the cheese and everything. He makes this cheese that turns people into zombies that he can control to do their bidding. Wonder where I've heard that before. But yeah, the government comes and fucks over. She lives with her grandpa. They come and kill him, burn the place down, but he's not really dead. Then arrest her, throw her in prison. She breaks out. Now she's out for revenge. But I mean, just watch the fucking trailer and don't watch the movie. The only way you can watch the movie right now is going to their website and paying the $8. But with the trailer being as fucking badass as it was, I was fuck it, I'm down. This is going to be awesome, dude. Like I watched this as soon as I could because I thought this is gonna sneak in there and be the number one of the year, motherfucker. This is right up my alley. It wasn't. Like it's not a piece of shit, but it's just not funny. It gets kind of boring and really all the dope shit, which is dope shit, don't get me wrong, is in that trailer. So if you're interested, watch the trailer, pretend you watched the movie, because besides that, I think there's only one other head explosion, which there's two head explosions in the movie. Both look really good. Unfortunately, they kind of look the same. Like they scored the heads or whatever in the same way, so they would unfold in the same way and all that shit. So, yeah, disappointed to say the least. But get them some. Go to YouTube, which you're on now. Wait till you're done watching this, of course, and look up the Mad Heidi trailer. Sit through the ad, so they will get the ad money for that, and then just watch the trailer and say, "Yeah, that was cool," and then dust your hands and never watch the movie. At least let them get that 2 cents or whatever from the fucking trailer money.
Are we still having a delay?
No, I think we are okay now.
Okay, so I was about to enter the studio from the computer, but
Fuck. Yeah, no, just leave it. We're good.
okay.
Thank you. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that, man. I wanted to love that fucking movie. Like I thought it was gonna sneak in and fucking number one, but it was not. It's just too fucking tame. If you're gonna make an exploitation movie, not to sound like a fucking but it reminded me more of like Velocipaster and shit like that instead of being something like Machete. Although this did look good, this looked a lot better than that Velocipaster shit, but that kind of humor and all that. I don't know, man. I was just let down. I really wanted to like this fucking movie. Better luck next time, you fucks.
Oh, Heidi. I'm gonna run and get a plug because I'm afraid my phone might die as we were talking.
All right. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And while Joe gets something to put in his asshole, I'm going to remind you that I'm learning to speak English. That's why I'm not able to get all my words out properly. But head on over to dwnproductions.net and look at all the stuff that you can buy and not get until probably February because, like I said, I'm still doing those Black Friday orders. I was lucky enough to get a bunch this year, so I appreciate that. Again, appreciate. But I do appreciate that, so thanks to all of you who did pick something up. And you can head on over to fastcustomshirts.com. I got this fucking dope ass shirt from Joe yesterday. Oh no, I didn't, because he put it aside and then he didn't give it to me. That no good piece of shit. But if you go to fastcustomshirts.com and actually place an order and pay for it, I'm sure you will get your shirt, unlike me, who asked for one and then Joe drove away with it. But that's okay. Maybe another time. But Joe has returned. I think he has his plug in. He may or may not, but I think we'll be able to tell when he sits down if he makes a face or not.
I don't
Joe, is
this
your plug securely in place?
I'm not certain. Let me see. Yeah, it's charging.
Fantastic. So, Joe, what did you watch? Anything? Anything great?
No, I watched a movie called Gold. You ever heard of this, Tom?
Mm-mm.
It's about the future, and some kind of economic crisis has happened to fuck up the world, kind of like now.
Mm.
Uh, and this guy is he's like a roustabout, and he's gonna go. He heard about some work in this other place, that great opportunities. We has to hire a driver to get him over there. They break down in the middle of the desert, and he's looking around, finds a big old fucking thing of gold. So like, they're gonna split the gold, but the guy has to drive back and get a backhoe. And the guy's like, "Well, I'll stay here with the gold while you go and do it." And the guys will like, "All right, man, but here's this water. Like fucking ration this water, and there's wolves at night, so just start a fire." And so it's him fighting the elements and trying to stay sane until this guy comes back and gets him with the gold. And it sucks. It's pointless. This movie's just like fucking dumb. It's an hour and a half of just bullshit. And I don't recommend it, Tom. It's not going to make any of my lists. I mean, it's not so bad that it's the worst ever, but it's just pointless. You know, a lot of pointless movies out there. Tired of wasting all this fucking time on something that's just pointless.
Did the wolves eat his butt cheeks?
No, no, the
That's
wolves
good.
like came around. Did he kill a wolf? I think so. Did he eat it? Probably not. I don't know. There's some scorpions. There's some imaginary shit. Um,
So you said he didn't eat the wolf?
I don't remember if he did or not.
Because if he did, he would be hungry like one.
No, he wouldn't, because he
A
would have.
wolf, that is.
If he didn't eat the wolf, then he would be hungry.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
He would be hungry like the wolf.
And that wolf was hungry. That says the wolf was trying to come and eat him.
He thought he was a cheeseburger, you see.
But anyway, the movie is called Gold, and it is not gold. It is shit.
Have you ever seen The Legend of Curly's Gold, City Slickers 2?
I never saw City Slickers 2.
No.
I think I saw half of the first movie, and that shit was dumb. That shit was so popular back then. Like, oh, Jack Palance, he's so funny. Oh, that Billy Crystal, ain't nothing funnier than Billy Crystal. Man, there's
How the hell did Billy Crystal get so big, Joe?
I don't know. No, I think John Lovitz is in those movies too, right?
Well, John Lovitz is a national treasure, even though he's on those what's that name, Byron Allen TV shows. But man's got to eat.
Yeah, maybe Gregory Hines is in those movies. I don't know.
The
Yeah,
ketchup guy.
Like he dies in the first one, right? And then the Curly's Gold, he's a twin or something.
I'm not gonna fucking remember the goddamn City Slickers movie.
Well, that shit popped up, but as soon as I said gold, it was in your head. Oh, fucking Curly's Gold, man.
I was trying to think of any other gold movies, and then just, all right, is it gonna be Pony Boy again, or can I go with City Slickers?
You could have said Yuli's Gold, which was a Academy Award nominated movie about some guy that was a beekeeper. You know, that was his gold. The honey, Tom, the honey. I don't know any other ones that have gold in the title.
GoldenEye.
Mm.
Or was that a game? Or maybe it was Goldfinger?
That was a game.
All right.
Goldfinger was the movie.
Okay. If you got a Goldfinger inserted in you, it'd probably be pretty cold. Unless you put a blow dryer.
Top 10 gold movie.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to fucking
next have
year already. But hey, Joe, that's something we didn't talk about. You got any memorable things of 2022 since this is the last show of the year?
Let's see. The dryer. The refrigerator.
We all remember the dryer saga.
My truck. The oven. Did I have COVID this year or last year? I don't fucking know. I don't know, man.
See what I got. Started out with my dad dying, so wouldn't recommend, as I said before. Lori and I were married a year, so
yeah, you had an
team us
anniversary,
yes,
a honeymoon, sort of delayed honeymoon.
I mean, it's still kind of delayed, but that's the way life is. And then we went to Camp Zool and did a live podcast in front of dozen of people. So I appreciate everybody who came fucking early to see that hot fucking slop pile.
We did.
Sorry we didn't fill up the whole time. We just undershot it. If we would have did our top 10 camp movies, damn it, we would have filled up the time. But shout out to AXE for having us out there and letting them do that. What are you fiddling with, Joe?
I was trying to see if I could see the comments on this thing.
Oh, there's a bunch of comments. A bunch of people are here. Maybe at the end of the show we will read them out. But there's definitely
somebody had thrown out some other gold movies, but there are none. There are no other gold movies. We named them all, every fucking one of them.
Yep. Yeah, I can't think. Houston Horror Film Festival. We did that. It was a good show.
I did.
Yeah, it was a it was a year. Not, I'd say, one of my least favorite years
Not the best,
I've had
not
so
the worst.
far, and
Um, yeah, it was not without its difficulties. Hmm.
not looking forward to next year because it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah,
So
tired,
every year you get older, more shit's gonna start happening to you.
and it
So,
does. It does. Did I have
mm.
surgery this year? Yeah, I had surgery. Um,
You finally got that penis reduction, so your knees aren't hurting you so much.
I did. I
That
did.
was a long time coming.
Yeah, but not anymore. Now it's a quick time coming.
Oh shit.
Um,
Well,
yeah, and then you watch this other movie you're about to talk
I
about.
did, Joe. I watched a movie called Call Me Now, the Miss Cleo story, or Call Me Miss Cleo, some shit like that. It's a new documentary on HBO Max, Joe. Do you remember Miss
Yes,
Cleo?
I do remember Miss Cleo, Tom.
Remember all the shitty impersonations?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Austin Powers. It was an all right documentary. I thought it was pretty good at first, and then I went and went on YouTube and seen other information I can find. It was just like, hey, they left a lot out of this, but we'll get to that. So, do you know anything about old Miss Cleo, Joe?
I know she was bullshit. She was just some actress, you know, or actress. Just some chick they put up there to pretend that she was Jamaican or an islander or something. And like, hey, call and have your cards read on the
What would
phone.
she say?
I don't remember.
You gotta say it like this. Call me now and have your cards read, mate. I mean, what do they say? Man. That's it.
Mine,
They don't say mate. You
mate. Yeah,
fucking idiot. But no, that is not fully true. So
is you worried about money, man? How about the love? Are you needing the love in your life? What the cards can tell you, man.
the cards of tarot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for people who don't know, Miss Cleo was a quote unquote hotline psychic that blew up in the late 90s, and she was all over late night television and whatnot. And this was before the internet and all that shit. So,
This was the 900 number era.
yes. So, if you needed someone to talk to, you had to pay fucking $800 a minute instead of jumping on the fucking internet and talking to probably someone who molests children. But I'm getting besides myself, Joe. So where to start? She was a fucking weird lady and she probably had some fucking mental problems, Joe. Uh as Miss Cleo would say, she had a very, very rough childhood.
It was a
Maybe
rough childhood. Let me
uh,
tell you.
maybe maybe she got molested. Uh she claimed she was from
Me pappy
Jim.
do the no.
Oh shit. She claimed she was from Jamaica and came over with her parents, but her parents gave her up to this family who adopted Jamaican kids. So this family who adopted Jamaican kids put her in an all girls boarding school. And then after that,
Like the
she's
fact of life.
the facts of life. The facts of life.
So she was Tootie.
Yeah, that's the fat one, right?
No, it was the black one.
Oh, okay. Well, she was probably more of the fat one,
Okay.
but we'll get to that. So then she this was in LA if I remember. And then she
La,
moved
call it.
mm. Yes. And then she moved to Seattle where she like started her own little theater
Grunge
production.
band.
Yeah. If only it played out how it did for Nirvana. But she started her own production company for like little plays and shit up in Seattle. A theater gave her a bunch of money that she was supposed to use to, pay the actors and stuff like that. It was her budget, you see. The producer gave her budget, and she says, "Oh, I have cancer. I have to use it to pay my bills." And then she pieced the fuck out and went to the whitest town in Florida. However, before she did, she started this play. I think it was called For Women Only, where she created this character, Joe. Do you want to guess what this character's name was?
Miss Barbados.
That's right, Joe.
My name is Barbados.
So Barbados Slim created this character and then took off to the whitest town in Florida. And
St.
she be
Augustine?
no, I forget where it was, but she moved to Florida, a town with no black people, and
Wherever
started to
Hogan lives.
yeah, Clearwater, Florida.
Okay.
And she started talking in this Jamaican accent and pretending she was Miss Cleo. And since she was around a bunch of fucking honkies, they wouldn't say, "It's not a Jamaican accent." And they wouldn't question her on it. So she lived the rest of her life as this fake Jamaican, even though later on her birth certificate would be shown and she was born in Los Angeles. You see, and all that stuff was, just made up about being given away after.
Hey, you gotta live the gimmick, man.
No, and that's what she did, Joe. She definitely lived the gimmick. She was a closet lesbian throughout the whole thing. All these white ladies she's had sex with, it came up as like friend, Cleo's friend, like how they have the little subtitle when they're, but you're looking at that, and all these ladies are, you know, stereotypes, as someone would say. So it's just like, why are they just calling her friends? They're, you can actually say ex girlfriend, ex lover, or something like that. But partway through, it's a big reveal that she came out as gay. So, I mean, if you were following Miss Cleo, which I wasn't, I guess she came out and it was a big deal and all this shit. So this wasn't like a big reveal for the fucking documentary if it was already out and all that shit. But they were just talking about her like she was really this Jamaican, and all these things happened to her. She was just conning fucking everybody, just living the gimmick, and these fucking gullible white lesbians were just fucking eating it up, literally and figuratively, and just buying into it. And
Did they talk to Ellen?
no, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
They did, but they talked to like the sweetest old looking lady who
Paula
you
Pet.
can no, this is like a cookie bacon grandma. And
Hmm.
then it turns out like she was the closest thing to her having a soulmate and all that. It's just, and then she was saying that, oh Christ, old Miss Cleo would like have different bouts at some time where she would just come in and pretend she was some guy named Max or something. She would just walk differently and act differently. And all her different friends had like different stories of other people. Like she would be, they'd come in and like, oh, Cleo's gone now. She's taking a break, but I'm here. So I don't know if she was fucking like some kind of pseudo transsexual or some multiple personality schizophrenic or something, but
She was
she's
split, Tom.
dead. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, she was a very weird lady who swindled a lot of gullible white people, and in the end, you know, they said that she said that she had cancer and that's why she ran away and took all the money.
Did she
And
say
if
that Max or as Cleo though?
uh before she was Miss Cleo in that theater troupe
I
that
got
she started with.
to get going.
So
Or I got the cancer. I
well,
got
in the
people mind.
yeah, in the end that's what happened. So if she really did say that shit and take those people money, then good for her. That's what she fucking gets. But if that was just something they said and she got, then sorry. But yeah, it's worth a watch if you remember this lady. But yeah, it just comes and they try and play it like very loving and a love letter to her, but I mean she was like a snake oil salesman, some fucking weird carny living the gimmick. So I don't know, fucking weird lady, probably with some kind of mental disorder. Uh she's had two kids. They weren't interviewed for this.
Do they have the gift, Tom?
I don't know. They were probably just like, oh, we want no part of my mama's bullshit. And the only
This
black
be
people,
love.
the only black people interviewed for this was a like a Jamaican lady. She's like, man, come on, she's full of it. It that is. And
We
then
don't even sound like that, man.
and then Deborah Wilson from Mad TV, old Raven from the Raven show,
That's so
and
Raven.
there you go. And then the couple people from the theater troupe, and then all the rest are just the most gullible white people you've ever seen, and then a couple people who are also psychics on the hotline talking about it. It's interesting, but it's just one of those. It's just kind of praising the person and not really saying everything, but it's worth a watch if you want to kill an hour and a half for like background noise or something.
People want something to believe in, you know. I at times
Yeah,
and it'd be cool if I didn't have a conscience and just could like rip people off like that, you know, just take advantage of their fucking their frail fucking sense of reality and just like eh, feed me money. Feed me money. Things are gonna be okay, man. You know? But
yeah.
I'm not wired like that.
And it was
Oh,
more or less she was just a figurehead and she
yeah.
wasn't making like a whole shit ton of money or anything because she signed a garbage ass contract.
She's the Bob
But
Ross of the fucking TV
kinda, yeah.
predict your future set.
But she was just a fucking nut, dude. Oh, I don't want to say the funniest part of this because, like, these are real people and this is their lives and shit. But this motherfucker pops up like old squatty old man Logan or some kind of leprechaun. And he just fucking talking like this and shit, like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, I love that fucking bitch. She made me eggs and all this. Yeah, I fucking loved her. And it's some obvious transsexual person who was born a fucking lady and is now a dude. And it's just like, what the fuck's going on? Cleo, something something was going on. But yeah, it was just the appearance of this person made me laugh. Said look like a fucking leprechaun guy. Do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck, but that was some creative editing on the part of the editor. But it is, I mean, it's worth a watch. It's fucking she's fucking probably pretty mentally ill, Joe. That's what I'm gonna go with. Just a complete bullshit artist and living the gimmick. That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts.
Well, I probably won't watch it, Tom. I'm probably gonna like slip back into get away from the 2022 2023 movie for a while and start reading or watching some of my DVDs again, so I can replenish the stock that's sold and get rid of more bullshit. But I did try to watch some more 2022 movies. Like Gold was a 2022 movie, and so is A Wounded Fawn. You heard of this one?
I have heard of it. This is a Shudder original.
Yeah, if you look on a lot of these best of the year, best horror movies of the year, this one will be on there. Why? Because people are assholes. And if they can't understand a movie because it's stupid, they're like, oh, it's so intelligent. It's not. It's not fucking intelligent. It's just dumb. This is about a. It starts out, this woman's at an auction house and they're selling this like statue, a little statue of three chicks and a guy. They're like killing a guy in the statue. And this lady wins it, and the guy that lost, he shows up at her house and, hey, my the guy that I'm buying for, he wants to offer you double. And so she invites him in the house. He kills her, Tom. Kills her.
With kindness?
Yeah. And then we flip to this other chick. And this other chick, like, she's like been in a bad relationship. And then she's like, well, but I'm dating somebody new now. He's really nice. And it's the guy, Tom. It's the guy that killed that other chick. And like he's seen like one of the fucking people in the statue, and they're telling him to kill. And it's just like after he kills this one or doesn't kill her, she fucking escapes. It's just like he's being haunted by all these visions, and it's just like, oh, this is all his mind. This is the mind of a killer's. It fucking sucks. It's not smart. It's there's so many nuances. Fuck you. There's not. It's a piece of shit. It's dumb. A Wounded Fawn. Fuck it. Don't watch it.
Well, speaking of movies, who's not as smart as they think they are, that kind of fucking suck dicks. I watched the movie Number 10, aka NR period 10. This was released by Draft House Films, Joe.
Oh,
Did you know that was still a thing?
I did not know. I thought they stopped doing that shit.
Yep, 2022, Joe.
Especially since some of their franchises were failing in 2021. Thought they quit doing that.
Mm-mm. They're back, or still here, however you want to look at it. But this one is about a theater worker who's having an affair with the co-star of a play he's in. That the lady he's having an affair with, she's also in the play, and she's also married to the director. So you think this is going to be some drama about that. But halfway through, it turns out he's an alien, and his daughter's a half alien. And the aliens are, they came back, and they're just like, hey, however many years ago, we let 14 of you little kid aliens off into the world, and you're the only one that we could find again. So we're going to bring you and your half alien daughter back to our home planet. And we're bringing these priests, to spread the word of God to our home planet. And so they go into the spaceship, and the priests are there looking at all their religious artifacts. And the fucking head alien smiles. Like, these aliens, they just look like regular ass people. So they smile, open up the hatch, and all the priests in the religious iconography gets blasted off into space, and the credits are played over. Just all this religious stuff floating through space. Real pretentious, up its own ass. Jump in a fucking lake. Like you're watching it, like this is really how it ended, huh? This is their big statement that they think is gonna. All right then. Okay. What a piece of shit, Joe. What a piece of shit. However, when I was watching, I'm just like, Joe might like it, but I wouldn't. I would. I don't know how I even called it. Like a little bit in, shit's going on. I'm just like, man, this better not be some fucking alien shit, because they're fucking. The daughter comes to visit the dad. It's like, hey, I went to the doctor and they said that one of my lungs is way bigger than the other one. It's like I only have one lung. Why didn't you ever take me to the doctor? Oh, baby, it's because you never got sick, little moosh moosh. You were a healthy little baby, so we never think to take you. It's like, yeah, well, the doctors think this is fucked up, and they want to get an X-ray of you too. And he says, no, I will not. I'm just like, God damn, is this going to be some fucking bullshit alien thing? Yep, sure was. Like the spaceship just looks like some fucking rock, like a piece of coal. The movie thought it was fucking really funny and really fucking smart with all their fucking stupid bullshit. And it was just a goddamn piece of shit, Joe. 2022.
Tom, I watched a 2022 film called The Cellar.
Hmm.
This movie starts out, a family's moving into a new house. It's a fucking nice, big old house. The one teenage daughter, she don't like it. No, this sucks. This is terrible. Blah blah blah. And mom and dad, they got to go to work one night or go to a meeting, and power goes out. Power goes out, and the girl has to go down the cellar to turn the switch back on. And the mom, she's scared, and she calls the mom, say, "Hey, mom, I can't do this." And the mom's like, "I'll walk you through it. There's only 10 steps. You gotta go." So there's a countdown. 1, 2, and when she gets to 10, the girl keeps counting. Tom, 11, 12, 13. It's like, wait a minute. This is a short film that I a long fucking time ago. Or did I imagine that? Anyway, watch the rest of the movie, and the rest of the movie is like lady figuring out the history of the house. Some dude, some old mathematician lived there, and his family all disappeared. And it turns out the house is a gateway to hell, Tom, or gateway to some kind of like fucking dimension where it's like hell. There's a beast there called Leviathan or some shit, and it is a remake of The Beyond. Same shit, but not as dumb. This is better than The Beyond. It just doesn't have that cool music going on. Uh, I like this. It's got a lot of the tropes of horror, but they play them off pretty good. Uh, I dug it. It's a good movie. I recommend it. Will it make my list? I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta put my it did make my list or not. But I'm not doing that yet. And yeah, this is another one from Shutter, I think. Banner year for Shutter. I wish them success going forward. You guys are on a roll now. You can do no wrong. I'm sure you're just going to grow and get bigger and better in 2023.
So is the Beyond that WAP movie or the Stuart Gordon movie?
The WAP movie.
Oh, the other one's From Beyond.
Fuji.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't care for either of them.
Well, I thought you would have liked From Beyond because Campbell Ray's in his underwear in one scene.
He has a little penis growing out of his head. No, not a fan.
Old Stugo.
Rest and empowerment. Can't believe it's already been 8 months.
Sad days.
Watch anything else?
Nope.
You like Snowman?
50% of the time I like it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You ever see Jack Frost?
You mean this?
Yes. That is what I mean, Joe.
Yes, I have seen this. Have you seen this, Tom?
Yes, Joe. I've actually rewatched it again this week
Oh, yeah.
For this conversation we're about to have.
What'd you think?
It's pretty good. I watch it every year on Christmas Eve as I wrap presents. I will probably do that again this year, even though I just watched it a couple days ago.
So
The
for the
movie
tell me
definitely.
what this movie's about, Tom.
This movie is about a death row inmate who's being transported to get electrocuted, even though that's not how that shit works. They just walk down a couple hallways and then the chair's there. But the transport vehicle comes in contact with some kind of cryogenics research vehicle, and the two collide, and that causes old Jack Frost, actual name of the convict, to get sprayed with liquid nitrogen or whatever the fuck was just in the back of this ice cream truck unsecured, and it turns him into a fucking snowman. And since he's a serial killer, now he's a serial killer snowman, Joe. Uh, it has a lot of problems.
He's chilling and killing, Tom.
He is. It has a lot of problems, but this is one that I grew up seeing
But
in
a
the
vision.
video store and everything. So I do have a lot of nostalgia for it. The kills could have been better, but I think it's a good fun movie. I still really enjoy it.
I also think it's a good movie, Tom. And it's just stupid fun. And like you said, the kills could have been better. A lot of the kills are done off camera because they don't have the budget for like a lot of the shit they were doing. I think uh, what I said is a lot of independent filmmakers. You can learn a lot from this movie. They
Just keep it simple.
keep it simple. Um, they were doing a light-hearted film, and it's good.
Except for the whole rape scene.
Right? Yeah. There's a rape scene, and well, there's murders too and shit. Children being killed and stuff. But one was a bully, so fuck him.
Yeah, my big excuse me, my biggest problem with this movie is the son of the police officer. He comes off as a fucking dimwit. Like, the kid is way too fucking old to be this fucking stupid or fucking ignorant and to be acting the way he is. Maybe he has some sort of mental problem in the script that they didn't, flush out. However, if they would have just cast a kid a couple years younger, all of that would have been taken care of, and it could have been all brushed over. It's like, oh yeah, it's just a real little kid. Because I can't buy this like 12-year-old thinking it's a good idea to put antifreeze in these oatmeal cookies. However, there's a giant fucking bottle of antifreeze on the counter while he's making these fucking cookies. So how much do the parents not give a fuck of what their kids are doing? If you look for it, there's a giant bottle of antifreeze on there that either the mom or dad should have saw and said, "What the fuck is this doing in the kitchen? This should be fucking under the sink or in the garage, not fucking next to the oatmeal, sugar, and milk like you're trying to poison me, you little fuck." And then threw him out of the goddamn house and made him go live in a tent. But if they just could have fucking cast a kid just a couple years younger, that would have fucking helped a lot. And you wouldn't think this kid is a goddamn fucking dimwit.
Another point. So, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is the DVD cover. Jack Frost does not look like this at all in the film. He looks more like a traditional snowman, like you would make, outside out of snow. It's a very round head. The mouth is not like this with a tongue or whatever. It's just like an indentation that you would do with your hand, like a real snowman. So DVD covers had lied to us for a long time, and this is was a big fucking lie. I actually prefer the way he looks in the movie compared to this shit.
And one of the lenticular covers, I think it's the original VHS one. Like when you turn it a certain way, it looks like the snowman from the movie. But then when you turn it the other way, it looks like that fucking stupid thing. So definitely the motherfucker. The cover has that shit. The original VHS cover does have the actual fucking Jack Frost from the fucking movie on it. It's just when you turn it, you get that stupid fucking looking thing. Which I never cared for that too, but just that cover was so cool and they knew what they were doing to get motherfuckers to look at that thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like back then, it was all about big faces.
It ain't no more, thankfully.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what the fucking other two are gonna look like. We'll see. But I was assured the first one we're going back to the original art. So fingers crossed. But in the end, it's whatever. It's out of my control for 5 years.
Yeah. So, as Tom said, antifreeze. Antifreeze is what Jack Frost has a weakness to, and that's how they and they bury him. They put him in canisters and bury him. The end. The Jack Frost threat has been neutralized, and he'll never bother Snowton again.
Snowminton.
Snowminton. There you go.
It's a Jewish community.
It is. It is.
Yeah, another thing that you can tell about this movie that it was shot in California. They didn't have a lot of snow. They didn't have a lot of fake snow, but they tried to do the best they could. That's another thing if you're going and watching this for the first time that you'll probably have to get past is the lack of snow. Yeah, I think man, just because I grew up with this movie, I don't really see it as like a so bad it's good piece of shit. I think old youngsters watching it now, they probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
dig it. I think it's silly, but it's still entertaining.
Would recommend.
I would. I'd recommend Jack. I guess I would have to be selective who I recommended it to, you know. But I guess if you grew up in that area, then yeah, I'd recommend it to you. But if you're like a new person that's just watched more new shit, then probably not. You're probably not going to dig it.
Yeah. So they ever make a sequel to this one?
Tom, they did. They made Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Now look here. Not only do we have the Jack Frost guy, but it looks like there's like some kind of little thing, on him too.
Hey, where'd you get that from?
Hey, what's up here? Jack
This one looks a little better, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yours looks a little more movie accurate though, because the blood was just kind of rubbed on those instead
of. In this one, the sheriff, he's kind of like a mockery. The one that stopped Jack Frost. He goes to therapy, and they just kind put him on the intercom so the whole staff can listen and laugh at his story about this snowman that
Killer.
that terrorized the town, and his
And
wife.
this is 1 year later.
Yeah, his wife's kind of tired of his shit too. So they say, "Hey, well, you know what? Let's go on a vacation, so I won't think about this shit. Let's go to the Bahamas, man." And
I know this O down there. She's gonna eat my box while you sit in the corner and jack off.
yeah, so they go, and we're introduced to a series of silly ass characters, like the guy that runs the place, or he's like an old.
The Colonel, he is the actual father of the gentleman who directed both of these
Is he?
movies.
Okay, well, you got him. You got the one black guy that works at the resort that they're staying at. You got
I
some.
think his name's Jamaican Pete.
Yeah, you got some young chicks that show up. Um,
Captain Fun. Don't forget about Captain Fun, you fucking party pooper.
you got a model and her gay photographer that show up.
The model who would look like she'd be perfect for Alpo commercials.
There's a security guy there at the resort, and so we're introduced to all of them.
Not
But
any security guy, Joe. Sergeant Manners is back. This
yeah,
time played by a different actor.
but meanwhile, we've had some people that just dug up at all the canisters that Jack Frost was in, and yeah,
See, you're saying it like they're fucking like they're trioxin barrels. They just reused the fucking bottles the antifreeze was in and put the fuck they like funneled this shit. They didn't even do that. It was like at the end they show them like kind of making a little tube type thing out of the end of the tarp and kind of just dripping it back into the fucking bottles, and it looks like goddamn what is it, reagent from a reanimator that's
yeah.
just buried in the fucking ground.
So anyway, they dig him up, and they're doing more experiments on that shit, and somebody drops some coffee in Jack Frost fluid, and that's what wakes Jack up, the caffeine. You see, so
Oh, I thought it was the warmth.
yeah. So we have our first kill of the movie where like Jack explodes that aquarium that they have him in, and a piece of glass goes to the guy's mouth or whatever. And Jack's saying, "Fuck it! Like I'm gonna go find the sheriff and I'm gonna fuck him up." And what do we see? Some guys that are lost at sea.
Yep, your boy Doug Jones and some other guy.
Yeah, Doug Jones is in this for a brief moment. They're killed off pretty quick, and then Jack's on the island, and it's like
Oh, he made it! Ever fucking lay!
and little Indians thing, and he's just killing off people one by one and causing trouble. And we got a chick, an Asian chick that goes for a night swim. She gets naked, Tom. She takes her clothes off, gets in the water. Jack kills her. Jack kills the other three,
So,
and
hey, did the Asian chick show her nips?
she did. She did. Um, yeah. The sheriff, like, he's justified, and like, yeah, I told you it was Jack, and they're trying to make a plan to kill Jack again. And this one sucks, Tom.
Yeah, like I knew what it was.
This is going in
Rewatching.
my sale box, so, you know.
Yeah, rewatching this, I was just like, man, why does Joe have that snowball? I can't see him liking this movie.
I did. I remember thinking this, was good, but yeah, I used to, I don't know, watch movies late at night, drink a lot, do some drugs, and I thought I liked it. I don't. I did not like this movie. It looked
Unlike
as fuck. It is just
Yeah, unlike Joe, I still like this movie. However, I can see why a lot of people who like the first one do not like this movie because, unlike the first one, it is not shot on film. It is early digital, and that gives it a very, very cheapness to it, which a lot of people aren't going to be into. And then on top of that, the budget is You know, it wasn't a giant budget on the last one, but this one is even less, and it's just played. The last one more or less was played pretty straight, all things considered. But this one's like way more goofy, self-aware, tongue-in-cheek, and playing to the more the low budget nature of the thing. I
So,
mean, those were fine. Those weren't like little fucking Groot babies or
uh,
anything.
you
But
know, Jack Frost has babies in this. He's got these little snowballs that pop up, and they're different. They look better than the fucking sentries that are hanging from strings in the later Phantasm movies. But yeah, I can't recommend this movie at all.
I can, but just know that it's not the same feel or kind of movie that the first one was. You gotta like very low budget garbage type movies to get into this one. I can't even recommend or think of anything that's like this just because it is, it's it was a very weird time in movies where they just started doing the digital thing with all these straight to video movies and shit. And it's just the lack of money shows. It's not like it looks super cheap or anything, but it kind of does. They had a little bit of money, but it just shows. But I still like it. It doesn't have the charm of the first one, but I mean, I still like it. It's a different type of movie.
It doesn't tell you in the back what kind of extra features you have, but I watched one of them, and it was a music video, and it's just people on set singing and rapping. So it's like if you're into horrorcore,
Fuck.
they're rapping about
No,
and
it's more like death metal shit.
right, yeah, this sucks. Features sucks. It's just stupid shit.
Yeah, I'll disagree, but I don't think this would be one for you. So it's not surprising. But I did like it. Not as much as the first, but I'm still a fan. I bought the new Blu-ray of this version. I was gonna get it last year or whenever when it came out, but
Part
I
two.
heard, yeah, I heard there was all fucking issues and everything with it. So I waited till they got that straightened out. And there's a new commentary again with a podcast doing their commentary on it. That shouldn't be a special feature on a DVD. That should be something you go to YouTube and get. Uh there's like an audio interview that's broken in half. It's the quality of what people who are watching this are watching right now. It's just one of these celebrity handlers on one side and then the dude who played Jack Frost on the other side, and just low quality shit, not really talking about the movie too much. So that was meh. And then it's all the fucking behind the scenes shit and whatever that was ported over from the version that you have. So it's cool to have it on Blu-ray because I like the movie. It definitely looks better than the DVD, but special features and everything aren't really worth a shit. Didn't get the newest Blu-ray release of this or the first one because I have the Vinegar Syndrome one, and that one's fucking fine. Sold that slip cover for like $70. Fucking people, I swear to God. But yeah, I would recommend the Jack Frost movies. Just know they're two totally different feels, so you might like one and not the other. I have this guy ready to ship. Thank you. Joe, you like Spider-Man?
What is this? 141?
This was 141. This was a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, this is all set up for 142. All we get here, so at least this segment is going to be brief, is Spider-Man's ripping off a guy's McDonald's, and then
Which is fucked.
yeah. Oh no. He starts out that he's in the Spider-Mobile and he's like driving that around. The cops are chasing him. So you got a high-speed Dukes of Hazzard style race in the beginning of this, but Spider-Man's who thinks he's turning down an alley is actually driving down a pier and fucking wrecks the Spider-Mobile. You know, he just fucking goes over the pier and it's like, holy shit, how are you gonna get that out of there, Spider-Man? Yeah.
Just so they can write out that stupid fucking car.
He goes to class. It turns out that he had failed and is now given a second chance because they do that in college. You know, it's like, hey, we'll let you take it again. Uh, yeah, they do for money. You know, it's not like, yeah, you can take this class how many times you want, you dumb fuck. Um, that old professor's getting after him because Peter's falling asleep in class. You know, he didn't learn his lesson from that shit. But yeah, he gets back in his Spidey suit. Something happens with J. Jonah Jameson at some exclusive club. He gets a phone call. We don't know what the fuck that's about. And Spider-Man's is out and about, and he sees Mysterio. Mysterio comes, runs up to him, gives him a double punch. You know, hey, fuck you, Spider-Man, then runs away. And Spider him, and there's ghostesses all over the place. You know, he knows they're just spirits, but he's still fighting them. And or is he? He doesn't know. So at the end of the issue, he's thinking, I saw Mysterio. Am I crazy? Because they just told him Mysterio died in prison, you fuck. You know, way to disrespect the dead, you asshole. I'm going crazy. And that's how the issue ends. Like Tom said, a whole bunch of nothing.
I thought the cover was all right for once. So that was nice. Everything on the inside was the
'Cause it had,
regular fucking garbage ass shit. I
yeah,
mean, the composition was all right with the fucking villains in the fucking background and Spider's back in the foreground face. I'm like, oh, Christ almighty.
composition.
Yeah, it was, the cover was okay,
Yeah.
comparatively.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe fucking Mysterio will reveal his plan next week. I think he,
Well, we won't know about it next week, but
nope.
2 weeks from now, we'll be back January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I
And then
tried to
he,
give away some fucking movies earlier and no one gave a fuck about that. So if nobody's giving a fuck about free shit, then maybe this will be the last episode, Joe.
hey, I wouldn't mind.
Maybe.
But anyway, Tom.
You like lists? Because this week we got two of them,
We got
motherfucker.
we got two lists.
Which
How are
one you
we
want to do first, Joe? It's the end of the year.
fucking worst?
All right, so this will be our personal worst movies of 2022. Again, people always say, "Oh, caveats and shit," but it's obvious. It's personal selection from the people saying them out of the movies that each individual person has watched.
Yeah, and all you individuals out there.
I tried. I tried to just keep going. I have a wisp.
I'm sorry he said that to y'all. Uh, so as Tom said in years past, it's our top three. No fluff on this show.
No,
He
it's our
wants-
top five with 3 honorable mentions.
So Tom changed it to top
No,
five.
I mean we used to do top 10, and then it was hard as fuck to fill up top 10 lists, Joe.
This year was not as hard. Uh, so my honorable mentions for the worst,
Three of them,
three of them. My three honorable mentions.
or
For
dishonorable. How many fucking times have you heard idiots saying that shit?
we're not saying that on this show.
Kind of already did, though.
Yeah, you did, you fuck.
It was just only to mock imbeciles.
But you should have said dishonorable.
I had a stroke.
At the honorable mention number 1 is mid-century. And this is the one about the mid-century homes where like the guys like taking people's wives and fucking them and killing them, and then there's ghosts and some kind of love story. I am forgetting what this movie was about, and I hope I completely forget, but not forget so much that I end up watching it again. Hey, what's that about? This sucks. Sucks. The next honorable mention I have is Nope. This is the one about the alien kite thing that's hiding in the clouds that moves all fast. Except at the end, when they're about to catch it, it slows down for some. This movie sucked. Stupid. Beautiful looking film, as they say.
You
But
started out liking that one.
I did. And then it's like, wait a minute. This is not good. Not good at all. You're not tricking me, Mr. Peel. No, no. No, no. And then there was a movie I saw called Deep Water with Ben Affleck. And this was touted as a sexy, erotic thriller. Fuck, there's nothing sexy about this movie. It is boring as shit. And like, who cares? This guy's wife is cheating on him. He's maybe encouraging it because he gets off on it. Nothing thrilling about it. Nothing sexy about it.
Even with the Batman in it?
Even with old fucking what's his name from Mallrats in it.
The guy who works at
Oh,
Fashionable Mail?
yeah. He doesn't fuck anybody in a very uncomfortable place in this one.
Well, I guess one of us is excited for Mallrats too.
No, the back of a Volkswagen. Fuck, I remember that.
Good old Yandu.
Those are my honorable mentions.
And while Joe gets a beer, I just want to remind you to like, share, subscribe, and shove a pumpkin up your ass if you are watching this on YouTube. If you would be so kind to tell somebody who may enjoy this garbage shit fuck pile of content, I would appreciate if you would spread that shit around.
There, you know.
Wherever the fuck it is.
Yeah, just
Yeah, were you trying to stick your finger in the little guy's butt?
Maybe.
Well, Joe, I also have honorable mentions for the worst movies I've seen this year.
What?
Yes, the first one goes to a Shudder original. This was one about artists and how far will you go for your art and being up your own ass. And this one was made by an artist, but not just any artist. The brother, yes, the brother of artiste Robert Zombie, Spider-One of Power Man 59,028.
Is that really his brother, or is that more made up shit? Like he fucking raced in a carnival or something?
I don't know. I'm not into that music, so I don't know. But the anthology, because it wouldn't be a worst of the year BOYGOB list if an anthology wasn't on it. And I have Allegoria. Didn't care for it, but it's a horror anthology on Shudder, so why would I? And then I have Taboo 3. This is not the third one in the erotic pornography.
Available through Vinegar Syndrome.
But this is, I think, Maverick or York Entertainment, whichever one. It's fucking wild that either one of those companies would still be around. But this is about uh, early 20 something who finds his biological mother after being estranged since birth. And it turns out she's a soap opera star. And they both have sexual feelings for each other, Joe. And just watch Strange Thing About the Johnsons instead. Fuck this movie. And then I have the 2022 classic about aliens going back to space, number 10, or NR period 10. Fuck you, you pretentious piece of shit, unfunny movie. I'll fucking throw you into space, you fuck. And those are my dishonorable mentions.
My number 5 on the biggest movies of the year, Tom, is Kimmy. This is the one about a lady that's afraid to go outside shit because bad shit happened to her in the past. I don't know. She's
And
afraid.
now she talks with a Jamaican accent.
She's afraid of shit, and she stumbles on something online to where maybe it's a murder, Tom, that she's listening to. So after that, people are trying to kill her, and this movie's fucking dumb, like super dumb. And like I said, that's like she's a frail piece of shit that all of a sudden like starts fighting back at the end and like taking down these big motherfuckers and using a nail gun, Tom, a nail gun like it's a real gun. No, not
Like it doesn't have to be hooked up to a giant tank
generator
of compressed air.
compressor. Yeah, this movie fucking dumb. It's on a lot of best of the year lists. Those people, if this is on their best of the year, they're assholes. Talking about, don't listen to them. Unsubscribe, delete,
Thumbs down.
block.
Report for child molestation.
Yeah, these people are pedophiles. Yes.
I seen him fucking a dog.
He did the no.
Well, Joe, my number 5 also did the no. And that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think that's what it was called. Maybe it has a subtitle, but I don't think so.
I think
Most
it's
of the
y'all. Texas
think
Chainsaw Massacre, y'all.
okay, or as I would say, you all or you guys.
Use.
No, I wouldn't do that, but I wouldn't say that other word. But yeah, uh, most of the chainsaw movies suck a fucking dick. This
Dude.
one's no different. This one's just a little more annoying because it has children of the modern day. And since I'm an old fucking man, I just say, you fucking kids these days, you bunch of pussies.
What's wrong
So,
with me today?
rest in empowerment, Mr. Lind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. Hey, it's on Netflix, so what the fuck would you expect? Sorry, I mean, why does this fucking series try and restart shit so many times and just add garbage to the original lore that just makes it way worse? Like this sucks. It's
It's
not
also the
good.
area too where you have to like take somebody from the original movie and like, oh, she's a tough chick now because of the experience she had. No,
Yeah,
she's
fucking
really
Sally comes
tough.
back as fucking tough Mick Garris
Yeah,
and then just gets blown away. Fucking sucks.
pointless, pointless.
And I found out the fucking younger sister in that movie is the little girl from 8th grade. And now I'm just like, well, fucking 8th grade sucks now. That was a pretty good movie. And now I see her and then it's just like, fuck this. Would not recommend, Joe.
At number 4 of the worst movies I've seen this year, Tom, is Curse of Crom, The Legend of Halloween. This was the one about a girl that I don't know, breaks one of the Halloween rules or some shit. And now there's a spirit after her. A Crom is after her. You know, the god that Conan prays to is after her. And it's cheap, it's shitty, lousy acting. And like there's the way the poster looks.
It's a
Okay,
nice poster.
if you see a poster that's painted in that style, it's going to be a shitty movie.
Except if it's Race War the remake.
No, Race War is not done in that style. This
Okay.
is a bit different. Um, this has a certain style and a certain way they do the title, you know, and everything that I've seen like this, I usually don't want to watch. And this one I watched because it was a 2022 movie.
And it was on Shudder.
I don't know what I watched. I don't think it was on Shudder, but it was definitely in the shitter because it's do not watch. Don't give them a click and encourage them to make another movie.
Well, Joe, my number 4 was another piece of shit. Luckily, it was the end, but not just any end. It was the end of Halloween, Joe. Halloween ends in the curse of Corey Cunningham. There's a lot of dog shit in this. Like a lot. It started out great with that fucking kid getting kicked over the balcony and me having the biggest fucking laugh I had all year in the theater. But it just goes so goddamn downhill after that. It's probably worse than Halloween Kills because, I mean, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be mocking Evil Dies Tonight. So at least,
funny, at least, you know?
yeah. I mean, at least we have that silly shit to fucking make fun of, and everybody.
The hearted guy is Michael Myers, and they're going to kill him.
The fucking little midget Danny DeVito.
Mm.
But this one didn't have, besides that kid getting kicked over the fucking balcony, fucking Halloween Ends didn't have a motherfucking thing going for it. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck the fuck off.
It
motherfucker.
Doesn't in context with the other context with the other films, you know. Jamie Lee Curtis was a badass in their first one, right? Second one,
and now she's the fucking cookie bacon lesbo who's in a fucking marital relationship with fucking Miss Cleo.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, in the last movie, Michael Myers beat the shit out of a fire department.
The whole fire department. He was burnt up and crippled.
And then gets up and beats the shit and kills everybody. But in this one, he's like an old man living in the fucking sewer that gets his ass kicked by some, you know,
Master Splinter.
Yeah, this one sucked. This one sucked.
And to be fair, just like the Chainsaw movies, the Halloween movies, most of them aren't that great. But
yeah, I don't give a shit about them. 1 and 3 are the only ones I could say I like, you know, and I prefer 3 to 1 for sure.
Yeah, I would say better luck next time, but I'm good with no more Halloween movies. I'm fucking definitely past the point where I really give a fuck about slasher movies and all that shit. But unfortunately, if they make it, I'll fucking walk my fat ass. And I ain't walking because I'm a big fat ass, but hopefully my tent will be set up behind a movie theater that I can just sneak in when people are going out the back door and say, God damn it, that hobo's back in here. He's washing his nuts in the urinal. Say, sorry, I just really wanted to see Scream 12. This time he's in New Zealand. Mate. You piece of shit.
At number 3, Tom, I have Werewolf by Night. Okay, so first of all, fuck me. for watching.
No.
It's my fault. I shouldn't have watched it. I shouldn't have got tricked into thinking Marvel's gonna do something different. They didn't. They did the exact same thing that they do with all their movies. Let's infuse it with comedy. Let's put something cute in there.
And I mean, not just that, but I mean, totally do a 180 on the character and make it a totally different character.
Yeah, this is it sucks. It just totally sucks, and people are praising it because it's fun. But those are the people that really love all the rest of the Marvel movies, so they're gonna love anything with that Marvel banner on it. And even though they're getting fed the same shit over and over again, hey, you like eating shit? That's cool. That's on you. Personally, I don't. I found it fucking insulting.
But I mean, it's a great homage to Universal monster movies.
It is not. Just because it's in black and white, and the guy has the fucking the mummy fucking makeups on his eye, not homage.
Yeah, if this was an actual movie and not a made for the internet special, it would have made my list. But man, old MCU Ted can suck a whole world of dicks and then jump into the nexus of reality if this is even a thing going forward in the MCU, and then he can suck all those dicks too. Yeah, what a piece of shit. So you would recommend that was your number 3 best of the year?
I'd recommend this movie go fuck itself. I wish it'd go fuck.
Oh, my number 3 is also a piece of shit, Joe.
We'll maybe end up watching the Wishmaster movies next.
It's all jacked up and full of worms, or full of worms and all jacked up, or something like this. This was recommended to me by Steve Miller, and I will never, ever listen to his fucking band ever again. You betrayed me, sir. You betrayed me. This is just a garbage hipster art house movie just trying to be gross and weird for the sake of being gross and weird with no substance or anything. It's just people getting fucked up on earthworms and thinking they're making a cute little edgy movie, and it's just garbage bullshit nonsense for fucking idiot people. Surprised I didn't like it, Joe. Go fuck yourself. You fucking go put a worm in your dick hole or some shit. Oh, go fuck a dog who has worms so worms come out of your penis hole, but don't really say that. That's just something I'm trying to say to be edgy and offensive, like the people who made this movie.
Right.
At
number 2, I have the sequel that nobody asked for. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2. Whoa, does this suck? The original movie was a made-for-TV movie, and you could not do better than that, with the advances of technology and shit like that. Whoa! Whoa! Damn, it's like a lady in hiding and the mob's after her, but he got that scarecrow killing people randomly and fucking sucks.
Would not recommend.
Fuck no. Damn. No, and I want to quit saying fuck so much, because this goes on YouTube and they don't like that, but fuck.
Oh, Well, shit. I don't even know if I should say my number two, but I'm pretty sure my number two is your number one. I got a question for you, Joe. You like fairs?
I'm not going.
Is that your number one?
It is.
What's your number one, Joe?
And number one is we're all going to the World's Fair. This is the piece of shit that is about an internet challenge, and it's supposed to change you. And this is not a horror movie. This is a movie people are saying it's about loneliness, and it's not. It is people. This movie shouldn't be on HBO. It shouldn't be. It people are more, and I didn't know this before you told me, people are more about this movie because of the person that made it than anything else. That's what I guess got its attention. But it's a piece of shit. It is boring. It is fucking pointless. There's no message here. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is just dumb fucking dog shit. I wish I'd never watched it. You know, I hate myself for clicking play.
Yeah, just like the Miss Cleo movie, this is a whole movie about a little girl pretending to be something she isn't, while she knows damn well she is not what she's pretending to be. Very, very, very fucking stupid. Very, very, very fucking boring. Unfortunately, I have a soft spot for the independents of the world who go out and make the movie they want to make with their vision and all that. So it couldn't be my number one. I had to give my number one
Yes,
to
hold on, I get that. Okay, yes, people are like, hey, they really wanted to put this out, but if it sucks, it sucks.
no, I get it. That's why it's number two. I get it. But my number one is might have been one of the most expensive movies of the year, and that is Jurassic Park Dominion. What a pig fucking piece of shit. They were hyping this up as dinosaurs are in our world now. And it's about fucking giant grasshoppers. Why don't you all go fuck yourself? It's done. We're done with this fucking Jurassic Park shit. Kylo Ren will be back at the beginning of next year and he's gonna fucking fight dinosaurs. So we'll see what the fuck this is about. But the dinosaurs in our world, it was pretty much non existent. The movie sucked. There was nothing good about this shit. The last fucking Jurassic Park movie sucked a big fucking dick. Somehow, this fucking movie pushed that movie off the dick, started sucking it, and then sat on it. Fuck this movie. It's bullshit. I am done. Fuck these Jurassic Park movies. For
I've
real.
past three, and I think I only saw half of that one.
Nah, fuck them. Fuck them. You're not going to get this magic moment out of a Jurassic Park movie you did when you watched the first one when you were a goddamn child. So quit supporting these fucking movies. I'll quit supporting these fucking movies. And then we'll all go fucking jump in a lake and eat hot dogs together. It'll be wonderful. And Joe, those are what we would consider the biggest pieces of shit movie wise of 2022.
The worst.
Mm. Hey Joe, you like other lists?
I've been known to like another list from time to time.
So this will be our favorite or best movies we saw of 2022. Again, these are just out of the movies that we saw, and these are our own personal opinions. You stupid fucks.
So, oh shit! What? Oh, okay. No, that's my computer. My first honorable mention is one I just recently saw. It is in the folk horror genre. And Tom, thank you for this recommendation. I didn't think it was going to make my list, but I restructured my list today a couple of times, and it made it to the honorable mention. This is Nocebo. This is the one about the lady that is in the youth fashion industry and has a nanny, a Filipino nanny, come live with her, and that Filipino nanny is kind of a witch. She's gonna help this Eva Green deal with her stress and craziness and shit. But there's more to the story. God damn it, there's more to the story, and I liked it. I liked it. Thanks, Tom.
You had any more honorable mentions?
Yeah,
Maybe two more?
going through our honorable. Okay, the is Orphan First Kill. This is a prequel to the movie Orphan. I thought, yeah, this is just gonna be a goof or whatever. It's like, holy shit, this is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty funny. It's got a twist that I didn't see coming. And fuck yeah, for them to make a sequel to this, like what, 15, 17 years after the first one, and still have it be like, it works. Or Orphan First Kill, man. I recommend this shit. God damn, was I surprised. And then I have Dio, Dreamers Never Die. The documentary about Ronnie James Dio, probably the greatest vocalist in heavy metal of all time, god damn you. If you don't know who Dio is, you're dumb. But watch this movie and you'll learn. Maybe you'll develop an appreciation. Maybe you'll start listening to some of his tunes. Maybe they'll inspire you to go do something good. Dio, Dreamers Never Die. You're very honorable.
And those are Joe's honorable mentions. Joe, if you don't mind, I have a few honorable mentions of my own.
Okay, Tom, let's hear these.
Starting with a movie about little Eskimo girls fighting aliens from space. This, I think, is a Shudder original, Joe, called
You do like
Slashback.
Shudder.
I don't, but this was the only one.
Is this an RJLE?
I don't remember. I would not be surprised. If you liked Attack the Block, I would say check out Slashback. Not as good, but definitely worth a watch. Worth an honorable mention, at least. It would have made top 10 because I only had 10 good movies written down that I seen this year. However, I only had 10 bad movies written down this year too. And that's why we don't do top 10 lists for best of the year. And then I have Brian and Charles, a movie about a lonely man who builds himself a robot. Unfortunately, everybody in this movie are fucking children and they don't have police. But if you can get past those two things, it's a fucking great, heartwarming little movie from fuckers over in the UK. Brian and Charles. Not a gay couple, although I wouldn't be surprised him being a lonely man if he did try and fuck the robot. Because why wouldn't you? Oh, you mind if I order a fleshlight and put it where your butthole should be?
Oh no,
Why?
now I'm stuck.
You see, his body was a washing machine, so he just have to bend his head down a little bit and he'd already be bent over. So, oh, I'm stuck in myself. Now you're stuck in me. And then, Joe, I have the A24 classic, Funny Pages. This was my number 5, but like you, I restructured my list. And this got bumped up to an honorable mention. Why? Because I forgot it was a Christmas movie and didn't put it on the list last week. So if I forgot that shit, then sorry, bloke. You got bumped up, you fuck. Still worth a watch, though, if you like dark comedies. those fucking greasy old men whacking off the Tijuana Bibles was hilarious. Shit. And those are my honorable mentions for best movies of 2022, the year of our Lord.
Here it is, top 5, which y'all have been waiting for. At number 5, I have Speak No Evil, the depressing film about a family that goes and spends time with a family that they just met on vacation, and shit goes pretty bad for them.
Uh-oh, Joe just got butt fucked. That's not good, especially when we're doing our fucking. So join us in another episode where we come back and do our fucking top 5 best movies. But it looks like Joe's back now. So hey, Joe, what was your number 5?
Speak No Evil. So yeah, it's a gut punch of a movie. It is not pleasant. It is not for everybody, but to me, these movies that like hit me.
Then Joe froze up again because he's talking about this garbage ass Speak No Evil movie, which I fucking hated.
So yeah, I liked it. It's my number 5.
Joe, my number 5 was an honorable mention you had, and this was Dio, Dreamers Never Die. It was kind of a one-sided fluff piece of a documentary, but sometimes that's okay. Ever since I saw that documentary, I've been listening to more and more of his music. So it did that job. And like you said, it is inspirational. Hopefully it'll get you to go out there and fucking do something. But yeah, it's good shit. Not the best documentary I've seen this year, but it's pretty good and I would highly recommend it. Joe, number 4.
At number 4, I have the new David Cronenberg movie, Crimes of the Future. This is, if you like Cronenberg's old shit, like Videodrome, scanners, shit like that, this is a return to that. This is like Cronenberg saying, hey, I can still do that shit. It's not all fucking Eastern promises with me. I can do that old body horror shit. And he can. He can still fucking do it. This is a good movie. And it's one I'm gonna watch again pretty soon. I liked it. Yeah.
Will you buy the Blu-ray?
Maybe. Yeah, this is my one I wouldn't mind having.
It's another thing on how I did this list. Say, did I or will I buy the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
And if I did, that made the list. So, Joe, number 4 is a recent one, which I will be buying the Blu-ray of. It is The
Well, I
Menu.
would hope that they sent fucking 2022 lists,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
Menu.
it is the Menu. It is about a quote unquote artist who had enough of the bullshit, everything and everyone. Fuck you, throwing it up, and I'm gonna take myself out and all you motherfucking pieces of shit with me. This is a dream put to celluloid, Joe.
I still want to see this one. I think the only thing holding me back from watching it is John Leguizamo. But yeah, I'll see it.
I'm gonna spoil it for you because, like you, I'm not a big Leguizamo fan, but he plays an actor in the movie, and the chef invites all these people here for one reason or another that he wants to kill them. And when he's explaining to Leguizamo why he's here and he wants to kill him, he's just like, "You motherfucker, this was the one day off I had in so fucking long. And I spent that one day off going to the theater and watching your garbage ass fucking movie. Everything about it pissed me the fuck off. And that's why you're here, motherfucker. That's why you're here. Fuck you. And I was just like, God damn. God damn. Thinking about it now, it should be number one. Would highly, highly recommend the menu. Fuck. It's like back in the 80s. All these dudes used to watch Rambo movies and whack off like, oh yeah, I wish that could be me. That's me with the menu. It's just like, well, you get those fuckers. They don't give a fuck. Good stuff. Would recommend. Number 4. Joe, number 3.
At number 3, I have this movie from Senegal, which is Salom, I think. I don't know how it's pronounced because I don't speak Senegalese. But this movie is a mashup of a action movie, a heist movie, a revenge movie, and a horror movie. And it does all of them well, except kind of the horror because it's, the little fucking entities or demons or CGI and it doesn't look too good. But as a whole, this movie is pretty fucking impressive, man. And the music in it is amazing. I, put vinyl these days. I'm hoping this comes out sometime soon because I will buy this immediately. Uh, Good movie. I didn't know what I was going to be watching when I threw it on, but fuck yeah, it impressed me.
Fuck yeah. Number 3, I have Clay Dream, the Will Vinton story, or maybe it's Clay Dream, the story of Will Vinton Studios. This was my highest rated movie of the year. Letterbox was very helpful at helping me pick what movies were going to be on this list since I rated them already. But yeah, great documentary about Will Vinton Studios. He's the California Raisins Noid guy who made the PJ shit. Really good, worth a watch. Really good, well made fucking documentary. Uh yeah, it's fucking good shit and might make you hate Nike even more than you may or may not already do. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this shit if you like art, stop motion, the California raisins, or people dying at cancer at the end. So would recommend. I think it's coming out on Blu-ray in March.
At number 10, I have
2.
two. At number 2, I have Duel, Duel, Duel. No, I think about how to say this word, Duel, but Dual, which means made of two things. And this is a movie about a lady that is diagnosed with a terminal illness, and she has a clone made to take over for her when she dies. But months later, like, hey, I'm not dead yet, goes back, oh, well, you're not dying. And in this future, the clones, if they've been around for so long, they can sue to where, like, hey, I want to live too. And the clone and the original have to fight to the death. And this shit I thought was really fucking funny. It is a black comedy, and I didn't laugh like out loud, ha 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 ha, but I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's funny, man, that's clever. This is good, and yeah, I'll watch this again. I like it. I like it a lot so much. But it is my number 2 of best movies of the year.
Be sure to check that one out. Well, Joe, googly eyes were big in 2022. Some would say googly eyes, and I was going to say Asian hate but I think that was more of a 2021 thing.
Yeah.
But for my money, there was only one movie where googly eyes mattered, and that's Marcel the Shell with shoes on, motherfucker. Googly eyes and shit. This is a very sad movie. A very cute movie, but very sad. I went into this movie because I'm a fan of the Chiodo brothers and stop motion, and I wasn't expecting to cry multiple times during this movie like I was Kevin Smith watching Miss Marvel. But excuse me, I'm getting choked up even thinking about it. If you like stop motion, being sad and depressed, and maybe, just maybe, having your heart warmed at the end, I would recommend watching Marcel the Show with shoes on. Very, very good. Excellent filmmaking. And that is why it is my number two. Thank you. This is it, Joe. If you're going to recommend one movie to motherfuckers this year, this is it.
I will recommend to you motherfuckers a movie called The Innocents. Um, this is a movie about kids that develop telekinetic powers, and they're kids, you know. So some of them do some fucked up shit with them. Others are just kind of trying to have fun or whatever. And goddamn, this is good. These are some incredible performances by these kids, these young actors. This movie, it has like a clear good guy and a bad guy on this, you know, because it's superpower type shit. So you got to have a hero, you got to have a villain, but your villain, even though you're like, God damn, this kid's fucked up, you know, something's got to happen here. You know, they got to stop this. It takes some time to show, like, hey, this kid, they're kind of fucked up for a reason, and it shows that, and it's just a goddamn good movie. This is really, really, it's number one good. I would fucking recommend it, and if you don't like it, God, you were so dumb if you don't like this. The
I
innocent.
thought I thought for sure it was going to be Speak No Evil.
No, that one didn't. That was number five, Tom.
It was. But in my head I was just like, all right, I think he's gonna speak no evil. But it wasn't.
Well, I thought Marcel
Excuse me.
was going to be your number one.
Joe, I am fucking shocked at what my number one was. Because like I said, it wasn't my highest rated movie of the year. And it does have a lot of fucking problems. And I haven't liked anything this dude's put out for fucking maybe 16 years. But Joe, this isn't a joke. I assure you, we're open. My number one.
Hold on, Tom.
Joe's got to put his glasses on to look.
And I still can't see it because I'm on my phone and shit.
Well, Joe, it's Clerks 3. They're not even supposed to be here today, Joe. The stuff that works in this movie really works, but like I said, there's a lot of not good shit in here, but I'm a big fan of fucking Dante and Randall as characters. I think Clerks Animated is like fucking some of the best shit anybody's ever made. And the fact that they have a cameo from fucking Lando in this is pretty goddamn funny. Shit. That fucking ending. I can understand why people would fucking hate this movie. And like I said, there's a lot of fucking bullshit in it. And, just a lot of garbage. But the stuff that's fucking great is fucking great. And it's nice that after 16 years I can say, hey, yeah, there's another Kevin Smith movie that I fucking enjoyed. It sucked. I should have had a water bottle and put my head down and said, Joe, I fucking love Clerks 3. I watched it. I fucking.
To know that you're crying, Tom.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking surprisingly, man, this one stuck with me. And I watched it, I think, 3 times altogether this year. So that fucking he used to be a fat fuck, but now he's not. But that fat fuck, he finally got another good one. So hopefully this is it. I know they're making Mallrats too, but I don't give a good goddamn about that shit or any other fucking View Askew movies that come out. Sure, I'll probably see it, but I don't give a fuck if they never make another one. I will be happy because this was a great end to it. So there's that, Joe. That was our best and worst of the year. Hopefully, we got some better shit to look forward to next year. Unfortunately, as we said, we're both getting older, so it is just downhill from here, Joe.
It is, but I don't think this was as bad a year as the previous two in regards to film. So I thought there was actually some good shit. Like I didn't struggle to make my list this year like I have in the past.
Yeah, I would recommend fucking all the stuff that I did in my top 5. Maybe not Clerks 3, depending on your you know, mileage you got out of the series before. But yeah, there's the good stuff was good and the bad stuff was very bad.
Very.
Well, Joe, it's the end of the year. I appreciate you for sticking out another year of whatever this is. Hopefully, onwards and upwards, and we can get a few orders off of this thing in the year coming up.
It is fun at times.
At times. You have anything you would like to say to anybody who may or may not be watching this?
Hey, thanks for watching this shit. Yeah, there's plenty of other stuff online you could be watching, but you're watching this. And hit subscribe. Let other people know if you're into shit like this. If you know somebody that likes this kind of talk or whatever, let them know and have them listen to a few, and they can decide whether they wanted to subscribe or whatever or not. You know, if they don't, fuck them. You know, um,
Only if they're of age, though.
yeah, they're your friend, not mine. And but yeah, thanks. If you've gone to the website and placed an order, thank you. If you haven't, go check it out. You know, fastcustomshirts.com. But if you're not, just go to dwmproductions.net. But I mean, he's not going to do shit for you right now. You know, he's already made that clear.
I got Black Friday orders, which I appreciate everybody putting those orders in on Black Friday almost as much as I appreciate the people who actually tune in to listen and or watch whatever the fuck this is. I'm not going to shout anybody out except Lori. I appreciate knowing that there will always be at least one person who watches this. So Lori, thanks. I love you. And one more person I will shout out who this long December shit would not be possible without, and that is sweet dumpling ass Kyle. I appreciate you for fucking singing your fucking heart out. So the fine folks at BOYGOB.com got some fucking hard shit to go out to. But really, thanks you to all the motherfuckers who listen and or watch. That's cool. Uh, why you would, I don't know, but I greatly appreciate it. And I don't know. I think that's about it. Next year, hopefully, we can increase viewer or listenership a little bit because if we don't by May, I am canceling everything. I will not be renewing BOYGOB.com or the StreamYard shit, and I will save myself $500 a year. So if you want this shit to keep going, motherfuckers, let us know. Otherwise, it'll probably keep going because we are so far up our own asses. All we like to do is listen to ourselves talk. But Joe, thank you for again doing this. I appreciate your friendship and all that good stuff that goes along with it. I'm in the shop all week and don't really talk to anybody, so this is a nice outlet to say something to another person.
Right back at
So
you.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me as your co-host. I know you've dozens and dozens of friends to choose from to do this.
This may kind of come off as, surprising, Joe, but people don't like me. So it's more like I have dozen and dozen of friend to choose from.
There you go.
So yes. But thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, Merry Jew Christmas. If you don't celebrate that, Merry Black Christmas. And if you don't celebrate that, I hope you just get a couple hours at least of a relief from this stressful, shitty world that we live in. And don't worry, time goes by so fast. We will all be dead before we know it. So try and take advantage of the time you have and, be happy. We will see you back here June 1st. Maybe we'll have some bonus stuff pop up. I don't fucking know. Like, share, subscribe. Stick a Yule log up your fucking ass. And Joe, hit him with that shit.
June 1st, as he said, we'll be back. Actually, it's not. It'll be January 1st, but...
Fuck. Say it.
I did. I said,
Again.
God damn it. Boy.
What?
God.
What'd you say? BOYGOB.